That day was my boyfriend Ethan's birthday party. His ex-girlfriend Sophie suddenly showed up, wearing the exact same white chiffon dress as me. Awkwardness filled the air, and before I could react, one of Ethan's friends suggested a blindfold game called Find Your Wife. Everyone thought it was fun and eagerly agreed. When Ethan's eyes were covered, a sense of unease crept into my heart. Sure enough, he walked straight towards Sophie, wrapped his arms around her waist, and kissed her without hesitation. In that moment, time seemed to freeze. The entire room fell into an eerie silence, everyone staring in shock. I didn't explode with anger. Instead, I gently clapped, stepped off the stage, and calmly played a nostalgic love song on the speaker. I still miss you. They embraced on stage while I stood below, coldly observing. Ethan hastily removed his blindfold, his face flushed. I thought it was you, Emma. I really thought it was you. He frantically explained, his eyes darting around in panic. His friends also rushed to cover for him, blaming Bear, who suggested the game, and saying Ethan should drink as a penalty. I just chuckled coldly, silently watching their chaotic attempts to smooth things over. The old me would have broken down on the spot, crying and questioning him, making the whole situation unbearable for everyone. But now I only felt tired. 3 years ago, when Sophie reappeared in Ethan's life, our relationship became like this game, shrouded in an invisible blindfold. Every argument, every cold war, he explained her presence with "she's just a friend." While I found it harder and harder to see the truth in our relationship. Ethan came home drunk around 3 a.m. He called my name from the door. In the past, I would wait up for him, even preparing tea to help him sober up. But tonight, I just lay in bed, pretending not to hear. I heard him gagging in the bathroom, but I didn't move. The next morning, he was sleeping on the bathroom floor. Groggily, he stood up, mumbling, "Emma, why didn't you wait for me? What happened last night?" He seemed to have completely forgotten what happened at the party. I replied flatly, "Nothing, just an accident." Ethan stared at me, as if I had become a stranger. He tried to come closer, but unease and anxiety held him back. That evening, Ethan suddenly sent me a photo of him and Sophie. In the picture, Sophie was leaning on his shoulder, her eyes filled with flirtation. I looked at the photo but felt nothing. I had grown used to such scenes. But the odd thing was, Ethan had never sent such photos before. He knew I minded, so why did he send it today? I didn't overthink it. I just replied coldly, "Make sure to eat properly." That night, I slept surprisingly well. But the next morning, Ethan showed up in front of me, looking disheveled, with a bruise on his forehead. He explained, "I drank too much last night. Got into a fight with Sophie's boyfriend and ended up at the police station." I looked at him calmly like a bystander and asked, "Oh, did you win?" He froze, his expression complicated, as if he was trying to gauge the real emotion behind my words. It wasn't as simple as it seemed, and I knew it. Over the weekend, as I was about to head out, I received a message on my phone. It was from Sophie, another photo. In the image, Ethan's heart-shaped tattoo was clearly visible, and in the top right corner of the photo was a freshly inked sunflower on her skin. "Emma, you know Ethan's tattoo, right? So cool, our tattoos kind of match, don't you think?" Haha. My heart turned cold. That heart tattoo was supposed to represent me. It was a secret, inked on the lower left side of his abdomen. Only someone truly intimate would know. But how did Sophie know? Just as I was about to confront Ethan, the doorbell rang. Through the peephole, I saw a woman I didn't recognize standing outside, holding an envelope. On it were words that sent a chill down my spine. "The truth you need to know. Who sent this letter? Is Sophie really just a friend? And what secret does Ethan's tattoo hide?" Layers of mystery began to unfold, and things seemed far more complicated than I had imagined.